Hello, Libra. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot, and welcome to this March mid-month check-in reading for the sign of Libra. I'm so happy and grateful to be here, to be a part of your journey, wherever it is that you and I find each other. I'm grateful. So thanks for being here, and let's get started. I have oracle cards to start this reading off with. These are the oracle card deck, Trust Your Vibes, from Sonia Choquette. And so far, the one card is really hitting home with the main messages of the readings. So for the sign of Libra, let's find out what your oracle card is for this middle of March. Libra, you're an air sign. You're all about the mental qualities of life, thinking, analyzing, strategizing. And we are just now leaving Pisces, the water season, heading into Aries, the fire season. So I wonder how you feel. I wonder how you're doing with that air quality of yours and these other elements. I wonder how you fare in each of those. Happy spring, happy turning your clocks forward, daylight savings time. Your oracle card is Aura Cleanse. This is card number 32. And Aura Cleanse is really interesting because it really speaks of being an energetically open person, walking around in the world. Our aura, that it's kind of an unseen. There are people that say they can see auras. There are camera photography systems that say they can pick up on your aura. And so your aura is a reflection of your energetic state, of your heart space, of all of that. So when we are somebody that's open and we're empaths and we go out in the world, it almost feels to me like a screen. When the wind blows, that screen can pick up on a bunch of debris and garbage, or like your filter and your vacuum. You need to wash it out regularly because it picks up everything in our environment, all the pollutants and whatever. And that's how we are as human beings. We are sensitive and we're open and we walk outside, and just an interaction with somebody at a grocery store can affect our aura. So we need to cleanse that just like we would clean a filter of a vacuum. We need to protect ourselves. And what this recommendation boils to is a bath. At least once a month, programming a bath for yourself. And the way that Sonia Choquette recommends for this card is maybe 10 drops of lavender essential oil and a cup or so of Epsom salt in a bath. And you sit in that bath until you feel clean, until you feel energetically cleansed. You'll know. Maybe it's 20 minutes, maybe it's 40 minutes, but you'll know. So Aura Cleanse, program that into your daily or your monthly or your yearly logbook of self-care. This is card number 32. Card number 32 adds up to the number 5. That's all about change, challenge, freedom. So keep those words in mind, keep this message in mind, and let's see what your tarot cards have to say. We're going to start off with When Women Had Wings. Tarot cards, When Women Had Wings. I'm going to shuffle these several times. While I'm doing that, you can just be focusing your attention, your energy on the highest, purest forms of truth, love, and light for you and your life. I am just a messenger. I'm just delivering a message. You can take that message or you can leave that message. You do not have to accept something that doesn't fit for you in your life. For the sign of Libra, let's go ahead and get started and find that perfect message for them. What is the message that Libra needs to hear? What is a message that will help the sign of Libra for this middle of March time frame? For the sign of Libra. No jumpers so far. So we're just going to lay these cards down for you. King of Swords. Well, that's your energy. That's Aquarius. The Hermit. That's a major arcana sign of Virgo. And the Eight of Swords, more air energy. So that's your element, that's for sure. At the bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Wow. The Sword of Truth. Now, this is something I think you can get down with, Libra. The Ace of Swords is your power card. This is very much in line with what you represent. Communication, mental clarity, focus, concentration. Let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's cut through the bullshit. Let's make sure that we're on the same page mentally. This is very important to you. And this Sword of Truth, it comes out for you when it's like an affirmation of the most important thing for you right now is to be clear-minded, to be open-minded to a new thought, process, idea, strategy. Ace of Swords. The very first card is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords wields the Ace of Swords as his protection, offensively and defensively. The King of Swords stands for truth. The King of Swords is the only king that looks at you face forward, stares at you directly. Eye contact. I need to make sure I trust you. I need to make sure you're telling the truth. I'm watching your face. I'm watching your body language. I'm watching everything about what's going on right now because I'm observing whether it's true, whether I trust it, whether it's in my plan right now. And right now, Libra, I think you are being this King of Swords. I think you're being very calculated, careful, and you're very cognizant. You're mentally on deck. All your swords are present here. Your truth, your love, your light, your clarity. You've got it all. And you're very stubborn. I'm just going to say that. You're very stubborn right now. Your mind is made up about something. And it's almost like it's the stance, the way I'm feeling is prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. This is how I'm seeing things. This is how I feel about things. This is what I think. Prove me wrong. I don't know what's going on in your life right now, Libra, but I really feel like you've got your mind made up about something. And then almost to confirm that, here comes the Hermit. This King of Swords is very deliberate, very calculated and strategic, like a general of an army. You know, all the chess pieces are on the table. They know exactly what moves to make so that the other person, the other party, the other people, they know this king is serious and means business, standing on business. The King of Swords will then, in my opinion, go to their chambers in their castle and they will retreat into silence. They will be quiet. They will hermit. They'll detach from the group, from the environment, so that they can seek out their own truth and seek their own wisdom and find clarity and remember what they are and who they are and why they are this way. The Hermit is very wisdom-minded. And I want to say aged, like a sage. They've not gotten to this far in life to just get this far in life. Everything they've accumulated knowledge-wise, the King of Swords is extremely intelligent, extremely intellectual. And this Hermit utilizes that to go within and pull on some spiritual strength in addition. Not only just mentally, not only in their heart, not only in their passions and their desires, but we need to go and find that spiritual wisdom and truth so that we can back it up this King of Swords is being backed up, is what it feels like, by the Hermit. This King of Swords stands on business. I'm going to keep saying that, but they're backed up with wisdom and truth and life experience. And we have the Eight of Swords. At the end of the day, Libra, you are in your head. You are seriously contemplating, thinking things over, planning, pursuing, plotting, organizing. Did that person say that? Did they mean it like this? Is my boss going to do this? I'm calculating and I'm trying to stay 10 steps ahead of everybody and everything because I want to be safe. I want to protect myself. I want to protect my kingdom. I want to make sure that everything I've worked so hard for is protected. So I have some worry. I have some concern. I have some mental fatigue at this point because I've been thinking myself into a box. The Eight of Swords is an imprisonment of your own thoughts. Nobody put you there. You put yourself there. So therefore, you are the only one who can take yourself out of there. You're not stuck. You are mentally analysis paralysis. You've put yourself into a prison of your own thoughts. The only way to get out of that prison is to change your thoughts, which I find really beautiful that you received the Ace of Swords, because that's what the Ace of Swords is. It's almost like the key that unlocks the prison doors of your own mind. You've been given a new way of thinking, a new path forward. Something has refreshed your menu. You know when you've got 18 tabs open on your computer and you're blocking up your channels? Well, and here we go. Your filter is dirty. You need to cleanse yourself out. You need to maybe physically dunk yourself in a bath, but the way that you're thinking is holding you back. That's plain and simple. You're powerful, no doubt. You're wise and learned and intellectual and smart, no doubt. But you need to pull yourself out of your own trapped energy, okay? Take a bath and release yourself from your own prison in your mind. Let's grab the Tarot of Mystical Moments and do a clarification row for you, Libra. For the sign of Libra, let's clarify the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here for Libra? That Aquarian energy showing up in Libra's reading. They're really taking on the energy of that master of thoughts, master of their mind, which is great. Let's clarify with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you definitely are assuming this King of Pentacles role, King of Swords role, because you have had some imbalance. You've had some juggling acts. You felt like you were having, you're in your physical reality, your job and your family, and you have this work-life imbalance. And your King of Swords really had to step up to the plate to mentally organize everything for you so that this was no longer something you had to battle or juggle or deal with. The Hermit. Let's clarify the Hermit for the sign of Libra. Why is the Hermit here? Why is the Hermit here for the sign of Libra? This having to go off on your own and organize yourself. Because the Queen of Wands. Wow. Well, this is a court card for the sign Aries. And the Queen of Wands is just absolutely stunningly beautiful and powerful and charismatic, and goes out into public and everybody stops and turns and looks. This Queen of Wands is empowered by the energy of the sun, holding this sunflower, can really get what they want. When this Queen of Wands says, I want those shoes and I want that lipstick and anything about the physical beauty it definitely gets what they want. But I also think if they want that job, they get that job. If they want that family, they're going to get that family. And so there was almost a sense of, you were really getting everything you wanted and opening doors, I'm going to say, with your beauty, with your influence, with your charisma. I think the Queen of Wands is just like, they open doors very easily because they're persuasive, they're leaders, they are organized, people want to follow them. What I'm also going to point out is this Hermit energy is almost like the opposite side of the coin from the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is very people-pleasing energy, as far as people are pleased with this feminine fire energy. But if you are somebody that is a sensitive person, being in this energy is overwhelming, and it's going to block you up and hold you back from feeling clear and clean if this is not your natural energy. And so the need to hermit probably came on maybe quickly, or you recognized, oh my gosh, I have to pull out of this and I need to go be by myself and touch base with who I really am. And I'm also thinking that you notice this Queen of Wands, it really blocks up your filters quickly, if you know what I mean. Just because you're out there and everybody is wanting a piece of you, and you're just not, you can do it for a small amount of time, but not a long time. And you need to hermit to collect your thoughts back. Let's clarify this Eight of Swords for the sign of Libra. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Eight of Swords for the sign of Libra. The Empress. Now we're talking. This is your energy also. The Empress is Earth energy. It's Taurus and it's Libra because it's the planet Venus. It's ruled by the planet Venus, which is your ruling planet, Libra. It's everything beautiful, which also is your aesthetic. You are a very beautiful sign. You're ruled by Venus. You want things to be beautiful. You want to feel beautiful. You want your home, your kids, your cars, your house, everything. Everything needs to just have that, dose of a touch up. And that makes you feel really good. The Empress is divine mama energy. The Empress is the embodiment of all four queens. The Empress has earth energy, fire energy, water energy, and sword energy, air energy. So all the elements are present here. You see this baby growing in this Empress womb, because there's always something about ready to give birth to for the Empress, whether that is creativity, that is a project at work, whether that is a new relationship on the horizon for you. But this Empress is always pregnant with something, an actual child, or ideas and concepts and plans and things that she wants to put out into the world. It is feminine energy, and you can be a male Libra and still have this reading. That's what I think you're thinking about. That's what I think all this overthinking, Eight of Swords, analysis paralysis, that mental prison that you're in, I think it has a lot to do with your creativity, almost like a cup that's overflowing. You know, when you pour your soda too quick, or you have a beer and there's too much foam, that's kind of what I'm getting the message of, is that your mind can only handle so much. And when you're just full of new ideas and fresh concepts and about to burst at the seams, literally, your mind can go into overdrive. No doubt about that. At the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands, and we've got clarity again, because the Eight of Wands is, let's get this party started. I've got all these ideas. Rather than get stuck in a prison of my own thoughts, let's go ahead and start putting things out there. Let's get a website. Let's get a fan page going. Let's get a Venmo and a CashApp, and let's get things I have phone calls to make and emails to send and people to reach out to because I've got this fresh new thought and I want to put it into action because I have the Empress backing me up. Libra, this is your reading. This is awesome, and I love this energy for you. I'd love to hear the Libra that this reading fits for. Thank you for your time and your attention and your effort and your energy for being a part of this channel with me. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. And if you want to like, subscribe, follow, share, all of that, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for being a part of this channel with me and helping me grow and truth and love and light be put out into the world. Be blessed and be well.